Thank you so much for coming over and doing this. Are you okay with this?
Oh, yeah, sure. It's
You're
easy.
up for that?
I dropped Matthew off at school on the way to work.
Oh,
Hey, buddy, ready to go?
no, I gotta sit here first. Come on.
Okay.
You know, you called me about Stephen Haver. What's up with that?
John's sold on the idea that he's our guy.
But you're not.
I'm thinking it's more and more likely.
I don't understand. Ray's been working with the man. Wouldn't she have realized anything?
Yeah, but where is Ray? You know, and when we talked to her on the phone,
She sounded a little stressed, didn't she?
stressed, forced, or both. Look, if you see Haver, you just stay away from him, okay?
Okay.
Come on, Bo, I got it all set up.
Okay.
Okay, bye, sweetheart.
Bye. Come on, Bo, it's really neat.
I think I just got dismissed.
Yeah. Where's the project?
Whoa! This is the whole solar system.
Hey, is Mom ready?
Pretty soon. You heard about Ben, right? Being awake for a while?
Yeah, it's something, huh?
Yeah.
Grandpa and Renee were ecstatic. I want one of those.
Well, it was on their wedding day, so it was nice.
Yeah, listen, what's this about you getting a creepy phone call from the killer, maybe?
Look, okay, please do not say anything to Mom, okay? She's got enough on her plate right now.
Look, if you're in danger...
I'm not, okay?
You're not what?
I'm not ready yet,
Oh,
and,
excuse me.
I'll be right down.
Is something wrong?
Yeah, I've been asked to testify in the Manning trial again. But don't worry about it, you don't have to go.
Well, yes, I do. I've been called as a character witness for Todd.
What? Oh, that's great. What are you gonna say?
What am I going to say? I'm going to tell the truth as I know it. What else can I say?
Oh, well, I'll tell you what you should have said. You should have told the defense to stick it. That's what you should have done.
Kevin, Todd is my brother. He's in trouble and he needs me.
Todd, I'm gonna ask you one last time.
I'm gonna answer you one last time. No, you can't go after Blair.
Blair, come on, let's wait for Nora outside.
Blair, please, you know the truth. I love you.
Come on.
Blair?
Let's go.
Blair.
Let's go.
I still can't believe you're saying Dr. Haver's a suspect.
Believe it.
I would really like to know what possible evidence you could have against him. I mean, besides some blow-ups of those photos from your press
But you see, the
conference
thing
that
is,
you
I don't
took,
have to
and then
explain
really don't
anything
mean
to you.
anything.
Have you been going through evidence in this case? Did you go through police evidence in this room? Oh, I see. You think it's cute to abuse your position as Bo's niece and Antonio's girlfriend. Well, you know what? They may not say this to you, but I will. You have completely overstepped your boundaries, and you are not a part of this investigation in any way, shape, or form.
First of all, you don't know anything about me. And second of all, John, think about it for a second. Why wouldn't Dr. Haver be at your press conference? I mean, he does research on serial killers. I mean, God, ask Ray Cummings about him. She will vouch for his character, I'm sure of it.
I'd love to ask Ray. Have you seen her?
No, I haven't.
Good morning, Ray Cummings. Did you figure out who my next victim's gonna be? I certainly hope so. Otherwise, time's up.
Okay. Then let me get this straight. So, if I hear from Ray, then I'm a part of the investigation, but if I don't...
No, let's clear this up right here and now. You are not part of anything. And beyond finding Ray, we have absolutely nothing to talk about. Now, if you excuse me, I have a very important phone call to make. Unbelievable. Yeah. You got anything in the search for Ray Cummings? Keep looking.
It's enough Tchaikovsky. Erotic sentimentalist that he is. So, Ray, tell me, what is the name of my next victim? Say the magic word and win another day. If not...
No. I know exactly who your next victim will be.
Do tell.
I will. But first, wouldn't you like to know how I figured it out? I've finally realized, Stephen, how brilliant you are. I mean that. You are truly a criminal genius, you know.
Not criminal. Scientific. Sit, Ray, sit. I've explored the mysteries of life and death from a unique perspective.
Yes, of course, you are a scientist. And you are in control of every one of your experiments. It must be terrifying then to lose control.
That'd be very unscientific of me, wouldn't it, Ray? So I don't.
Right. But of course, when you were just a child, I'm sure you weren't in control. Your life was very difficult and chaotic, erratic. I'm just so interested in knowing how you came through all of that, how you turned yourself into the great scientist you are now.
You know something, Ray? You and that matchbook psychiatric degree of yours seem to want to tell me about my childhood.
I guess so.
All right. Let's give it a go. Who knows? You get it right, that degree will not only have made you living, it will have kept you alive.
Does this mean you're going to be an astronaut?
No, I'm not an astronaut. I'm gonna be a cop like you.
Oh.
Do they have bad guys in outer space?
Oh, sure. Outer space, you can hear them coming. It's like...
So you can be the commissioner in Landview. I'll be a commissioner of the universe.
Cool.
What's going on?
We walked into the courtroom a second ago, and Todd did a number on Blair.
You okay?
Yeah.
Blair? Are you going to be able to do this?
Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do. He kicked down the door. He threw me on the bed. And he stood over me. I asked him to leave, but he wouldn't. And then he got on top of me. And he tore my dress. And I tried to fight him. And I tried to push him away. I kept saying no. But he wouldn't stop. He's very strong.
Did you ask him to stop?
Over and over.
Miss Kramer, did he stop?
No.
He didn't stop?
He just kept on raping me.
Any word about the search for Ray?
Not yet. I spent most of the night doing a background check on friend Stephen Haver.
You never knew your father, am I right?
You're right. I knew who he was, but I didn't know him. He didn't stick around long enough for me to know him. None of our men did.
Haver grew up outside San Francisco. His mom was this real hippie type, you know, free love, all that. Part-time dancer, sometimes street singer.
Knowing the 70s, I would guess your mother experimented with drugs.
That's a good guess.
Haver's mother took him to live with her parents so she could take off with her latest boyfriend.
How old was Haver?
Around 8.
How bad was it when your mother left you?
I had the pleasure of living with my grandparents. They taught me what bad was.
Hey, remember what I said?
How could I forget? Mrs. Manning, when did you learn that the man you knew as Walker Lawrence was actually Todd Manning?
December 9th. That's when it all became clear.
And you were furious.
Yes.
And on that day, December 9th, when you confronted him, how did he react? Mrs. Manning?
I didn't confront him that day. It wasn't till right before New Year's Eve.
Are you telling the court that you pretended he was Walker Lawrence for 3 more weeks?
I was afraid
without
that he
confronting
would
him?
take my children away.
But of course, you would never try to do that to him, would you?
Objection, Your Honor.
Rephrase.
Argumentative.
Did you ever try to trick the defendant into signing a document that would give you sole custody of his children? Your Honor, please direct the witness to answer the question.
Ms. Kramer?
Yes. I tried to trick him into signing a document. I didn't want to battle. I was afraid for my children. He can be dangerous.
That's why you went on living with him, because he's dangerous.
I was afraid for my children.
While you were living with him, did you ever talk to him about Kevin Buchanan?
Todd was jealous of Kevin.
Did you ever try to talk to him about Kevin?
Sometimes I
To
did.
taunt him? Really stick it to him?
Objection, Your Honor. Badgering the witness.
Withdrawn. Mrs. Manning, according to previous testimony, you had sex with Kevin Buchanan on New Year's Eve. Is that because you loved him?
I thought that I could.
You knew he was a married man. Married to your cousin, in fact, but you thought maybe you could love him.
Asked and answered, Your Honor.
Withdrawn. After you had sex with Kevin Buchanan, you didn't spend the night with him, though, did you?
No.
Why not?
Because I realized what I had done was a mistake.
And Kevin might misinterpret.
Yes.
Because you didn't have sex with Kevin Buchanan because you thought you might love him, did you? You just sat here and lied to us about that, didn't you, Mrs. Manning? Can you tell the truth, please, this time? Why did you have sex with Kevin Buchanan on New Year's Eve? You didn't have sex with him on Thanksgiving or Christmas. Why New Year's Eve, Mrs.
Because I knew it would hurt Todd.
That is why you immediately went to your husband, Todd Manning, and told him all about it, isn't it? You told him that you had just had sex with Kevin Buchanan?
Yes.
And then, after you threw it in his face, you led him back to your aunt's home, where you engaged in rough sex.
Objection,
as you had
Your
many
Honor.
times
Fleeing the
before,
witness.
because you wanted to punish
Todd Williamson. He broke down the door.
In fact, it wasn't.
He came after me.
From order.
He raped me. Order. Order in this court.
I told you to leave her alone.
Silence!
Relax.
Order! I will have order in this courtroom. It's fine. Miss
stress.
Gain control of your client.
Todd, sit down and be quiet.
Order!
You sit down.
It's over now. I'm finished with Blair. It's
Silence! The defendant is hereby advised. One more outburst and you will view these proceedings from your holding cell. Is that clear?
For heaven's sake, do something to look at.
Very clearly understood.
It's fine. Trust me.
Ms. Williamson, do you wish to continue with this cross?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Ms. Buchanan?
Oh, no. Thank you, Your Honor. I couldn't possibly. Absolutely not.
The witness is excused. Ms. Buchanan, your next witness?
Your Honor, the Commonwealth rests in the case.
Very well.
What's that all about? I thought you had a lot more witnesses.
Why bother when you just shot our case to hell again?
Is the defense prepared to begin calling witnesses?
More than prepared, Your Honor. The defense would like to call Victoria Davidson to the stand, president of Landview University.
Rayon, polyester, bad. Goes up like a torch. Grandma and Grandpa went up like a torch the night they died.
Was your grandmother?
Opposite of my mother. Disciplinarian. Oh, she loved her discipline.
It says here, Haver's grandmother beat him.
According to the neighbors, in public, but again, no proof.
His grandfather was in a wheelchair. Couldn't really do him much good.
Grandpa didn't do a thing. Sit in his wheelchair, drink cheap scotch, watch old movies. Spectator in his own life and mine. Till the night he died, and life came to him.
Both grandparents burned to death in a locked bedroom.
Yeah, and his grandfather's wheelchair was found in the hall outside.
Haver made it out an upstairs window.
Everyone said I was so lucky to escape. Jumping out that second-story window hurt my leg. Took forever to heal. Then, special someone put a bullet in that same leg. I don't know if it'll ever heal. Made one leg shorter than the other. The secret's not minding the pain. Look at my legs. How do they look?
Haver's mom came to get him and bury her parents. She took him back to Oregon, where she'd hooked up with her latest boyfriend. This one she married, older guy, doctor, taught the local medical school.
Come in.
He's here.
You must have been happy to be back with your mother again.
You're not paying attention. She wasn't happy to be back with me.
Did she say that?
She didn't have to. That's why she left him with Grandma and Grandpa.
Well, you know, Stephen, some women aren't able to take care of a child and...
Intellectually lazy. Ray. Why would she have taken Brother Kenny with her then?
Dr. Kenneth Haver, I'd like you to meet Commissioner Bo Buchanan. Dr. Haver is also a psychiatrist like his brother.
Ah, pleasure to meet you. Oh, my God. What is that? No, I'm sorry.
What is it, Doc?
I thought that was the music box my brother had as a child.
Your brother had a music box like this?
That was very much like it. It had belonged to our mother, but it was wooden. Same ballerina on top, though.
Over the years, I have seen remarkable changes in my brother. Todd went from being an almost childishly thoughtless person to being a very loving and caring man. Yes, he has a temper, and yes, he still loses control occasionally. But his love for Blair and his children is nothing short of profound.
Thank you, Mrs. Davidson. Your witness.
Mrs. Davidson, as owner and publisher of The Banner and now president of Landview University, you carry a lot of weight in this town, wouldn't you say?
I may. It's not for me to judge.
But in this case, you weren't in the bedroom when the alleged crime happened, were you?
No, I wasn't. But then I didn't testify as to what happened on New Year's Eve. I simply said that my brother had undergone a remarkable transformation.
Do you feel that a remarkable transformation justifies an act of violence?
Objection. Your Honor, the witness's testimony is only admissible as to the character of the defendant.
Sustained.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
No redirect, Your Honor.
The witness is excused.
Look, how many times do we have to go over this?
Until we get the facts.
I told you all I know.
Please answer the question, Mr. Buchanan. Did you or did you not know that Blair had sex with you just to hurt her husband?
No, I didn't know.
Then why did you testify that you were so worried about her safety? Why were you so sure that Todd would try to hurt his wife?
For God's sakes, you want to know why? Why don't you ask Marty Saybrook?
Sidebar, Your Honor.
I had no idea.
About what?
The name, Marty Saybrook. It was not allowed to be mentioned under your own rules. At this time, I have no choice but to ask for a mistrial.
Ms. Williamson, the mere mention of a name is not grounds for anything.
A door that is cracked open or a wide open barn door.
It's
It's all the same thing. Any mention of prior bad acts,
It
Your
slipped
Honor.
out during your own cross. The Commonwealth didn't bring it into play.
Nevertheless, Your Honor.
And I say it's irrelevant. Motion is denied. Now step back.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
No redirect, Your Honor.
The witness may step down. Call your next witness, Ms. Williamson.
Your Honor, since Margaret Saybrook is here today, and since Kevin Buchanan brought her name into this proceeding, we have no choice but to bring her to the stand. At this time, the defense calls Margaret Saybrook.
Commissioner, Agent McBain, I find it hard to believe that my brother is this killer that you described. However...
What?
It certainly would explain a lot.
Okay, family time's over.
Okay.
Back to the names. I want
It's
the
going
names
to
of
be
the-
a young woman somehow connected to the university.
Oh, that's lame, Ray. That's lame. That could be any number of victims.
I just can't give you a name.
Why?
I could give you a name of someone, and it may not be the name that you've chosen to be your next victim, and then you may decide to make her. I can't do it.
Ray, the biggest ego. This isn't about you. Remember we said that I'm in complete control.
Right.
So I decide who the next victim is going to be. In fact, I've already decided, so it's just a matter of you giving me a name.
I know.
Come on,
All
give
right,
me
I can tell you
a
this. It's
name.
not going to be me.
And why not?
Because you will want so much to come back in here and tell me every interesting detail of what happened.
Interesting.
I also know something else. You won't kill me with the red leotard. In fact, when you kill me, my body will never be found. That's because we're so closely connected, Stephen, and the police will then suspect you.
Naturally. But Ray, the police only know what I want them to know.
Thank you. What do you think?
It all fits. Arson, cruelty to animals.
I'm worried about Ray.
If we're gonna find her alive, we gotta do it soon.
Please state your name for the record.
Margaret Saybrook.
Do you
Nora, can she do
solemnly
this?
swear to tell the truth, the
I
whole
can't believe
truth,
she
and
is
nothing but
doing
the
this.
truth, so help you God?
Talk about desperate measures for desperate times.
Ms. Williamson, your witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. Dr. Saybrook, you are a psychiatrist practicing in California, are you not?
Yes,
And are you acquainted with the defendant, Todd Manning?
I am. We first met as students at Landview University.
Did there ever come a time when you were more than acquaintances?
Yes. One night I was drinking heavily, as I often did back then. And I went to a party at the Kappa Alpha Delta house. Things got out of hand. And I was raped. I was gang raped.
Would you tell the court? Was Todd Manning one of the young men who raped you that night?
Yes.
A lot of people feel once a rapist, always a rapist. Do you think that that is true of Todd Manning?
No. No, I don't.
Why do you say that?
As a psychiatrist, I can say that curing sexual predators is rarely, if ever, successful. But Todd was not a classic case of a sexual predator. His rehabilitation was a matter of facing his developmental problems, dealing with them maturely. I came to know Todd in ways that most people never could, not just as a victim. Subsequently, I was involved in a number of his struggles with his demons, and I saw him accept responsibility for them and work hard at his rehabilitation. I believe he succeeded.
Do you think that Todd Manning is still capable of rape?
No. No. I think he still has problems with impulse control, but not sexual impulse. Todd was so traumatized by what he did to me that, frankly, the one crime he would not commit is rape.
This is ludicrous, Nora. You can't let her get away with it.
Shut up, Dorian. So it is your considered opinion that Todd Manning would never rape his wife, Blair?
Correct. Yes. Aside from the fact that he seems to love her quite deeply, in my opinion, he would not rape any woman. Certainly not Blair.
Thank you, Doctor. Your witness.
Oh, Dr. Saybrook. Sorry we're meeting again under such difficult circumstances.
I know, so am I.
You look great.
Thank you. So do you.
Thank you. I'm going to have to ask you some hard questions.
It's all right.
I want to take you back to that night at the KAD house, okay? You were gang raped?
Yeah. Yes, by Todd and two others.
But not just by Todd. He was the ringleader, wasn't he?
Yep. Yes.
How long did the rape last?
I don't remember.
Please try.
I don't think I ever knew. You know, long time, one after the other. All I seem to remember is it was raining outside, and there was this window shutter banging in the wind, over and over again. Pain. The humiliation, you know, the humiliation of hearing them laughing. Yeah, so all I kept thinking was, I just wish it would stop so I could go away, crawl away, you know, and die. God, I'm very sorry.
Please don't apologize. Don't apologize for that. I think it's probably very fair to say that it is a night that you will never forget.
Yes.
Is it a night that you can forgive? Have you ever forgiven Todd Manning for what he did to you that night?
No. I have not been able to do that yet. As you can see, I am trying.
Let me ask you something. Why did Todd pick you to rape?
Objection.
I'll rephrase. As his victim and as a psychiatrist, why do you feel Todd raped you that night?
I made fun of him. I rejected him. And he was humiliated.
Very much how he felt when Blair Kramer rejected him.
Objection, Your Honor.
Withdrawn. No further questions. Thank you.
Looks like Todd's secret weapon just blew up in his face.
Hello.
Stephen. Hey, glad I caught you. John McBain.
Oh, John, I'm so sorry. I had my cell phone turned off. I've been out of town. I was visiting some friends up in New York.
Well, welcome back. Look, there's been a break in the music box case, and, I don't know. I was wondering if maybe you could give us a hand.
What kind of a break?
Well, between you and me, we think we got him. We picked him up on campus. Guy had a red leotard in his backpack.
Really?
Yeah, well, before we charge him, we could use a hand, okay?
Sure, anything.
Great. You think maybe you could come by the station and work with us?
I'll be there in a couple of minutes.
Thanks.
John.
He's on his way in.
Dr. Saybrook, I know that everyone in this courtroom feels the deepest sympathy for you. Rape is a trauma that no one should have to endure. But I think it's important that the jury be clear on what you're saying. By testifying that you cannot yet forgive Todd for what he did all those years ago, does that in any way change what you said earlier? That you feel that Todd Manning is no longer capable of rape?
No. No, not at all. I know Todd. I know what he was. I know what he is now. In my professional opinion, Todd would not rape anyone.
Thank you, Dr. Saber.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
The witness is excused. We're going to take a brief recess at this time.
All right.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
I can't believe he did that. I mean, what are you doing? Why are you doing that for him?
No, I did it for myself. People can change, Kevin. If I didn't believe that, my life wouldn't be worth that much. I know you think Todd's the same, but he's not.
Buy a cup of coffee?
I would love that. I'm gonna go to the ladies' room first. I'll be right back.
All right.
Hey, is Marty all right?
Yeah, she's fine. What's up?
Nothing. I'm just gonna go and buy Mom a bottle of water. Well, I think maybe we scored some points.
Yes. Especially when she broke down just now. Who do you think scored those points?
Todd, I'm doing what I can. But if you would just let me recall Blair, then maybe we would have a shot.
I tell you who you can call. Me.
Are you crazy? Forget it. That's suicide.
I can handle it. All rise. You're fired.
Be seated. Ms. Williamson, are you ready to continue?
Miss Williamson has been fired, Your Honor, and I'm going to represent myself now. So my next witness is me.
Didn't sound too worried, did he?
No. He's so smug. He thinks we're all idiots. There's no way we could be onto him.
Oh, I just hope it's not too late for Ray.
Dr. Haver, hi.
Jessica, how are you?
Fine. I'm just, here, for my uncle's trial. It's a little intense in there right now. Why are you here?
Well, actually, I got a call from John McBain. He asked me to talk to him about the case, so I'm on my way down to see him now.
I can't believe that they're doing this, really. Questioning you is absolute nonsense. I mean, how can they even think for a second that you're a suspect?
Stay tuned for scenes from the next One Life to Live.
On the next One Life to Live.
Do you want to end up in Statesville?
I'm going to take my chances.
Todd, this is your life we're talking about.
Why, thank you for going to bat for me.
You know, you're right about John. He's really obsessed.
If he thinks we suspect him, this thing's going to go south real quick.